What's up, everyone? Juicy J, Dude Let's Chat, here again with another Bleach Thousand Year Blood War Core 2 Episode 10 review. I'm always excited to be here, guys. We're here with Ice. We're here with Brent for Work in Progress. Brent, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing pretty good. Doing all
Awesome.
right.
Awesome,
Just
awesome.
been lounging around all day.
Shoot, I'll take it, man. And Ice, of course, it's always good to hear and see you. You're brave enough to put a camera on. I'm not right now, so I'm still
Yeah, I
recovering, but
figured I've been out of the screen a little too long. I haven't been streaming, so I was like, you know what? Let me at least do this. This is
hey,
the least I could do.
this is what everyone gets for the 500 views. Thank you so much for that, by the way, everyone who came by, and even if they hated it, we appreciate you being there. 500 views get you Ice's beautiful face. If we keep working it up the ladder, guys, 750, we'll talk to Brent. We'll get him back on here. 1,000, I'll be here. Okay, so just work on it. We'll make sure that's in the description below, guys. We just got done. I just got done watching the episode. I was horribly
Same.
behind. Oh, okay. Well, then we all on it today.
We
So
all watch it. We all just watch it right now,
it
basically.
It's
was.
fresh. It's fresh in our mind.
Speaking of fresh, those zombies though, they looking good. I did like how they differentiated the zombies from Gigi and from Kurotsuchi, but
Mhm.
we can get into that, guys. So let's go with it. What did we think about the episode? Ice, what did you think of it? Yes, no, maybe so.
I like it. I liked it better than last week's episode for sure.
Okay,
That that was
awesome.
that was more enjoyable.
Awesome, awesome. And Brent, yes, no, maybe so. What did you like? What did you dislike? Did you like it? Did you not? Was it okay?
It was I like is it Kurotsuchi?
Kurotsuchi, yeah. Mayori Kurotsuchi, or the Captain of
The
Squad
one the
12.
one in the one in the glowing
The one who shines above all the other
the one who
captains.
shines. So
Yes.
he's just one of my he's like I like him because he's almost as if he's like the polar opposite of um Urahara.
Mm.
Um like they I just love how the two of them just don't get along, basically. Um and those it was cool watching his stuff. And I gotta say, like, if anybody ever wants to just be like, oh, he watches only dub stuff, I will say this. I prefer the Japanese voice for Kurotsuchi to the English one. I watched a few clips of his English voice and I don't really like it.
I'll give you
Um
that. I'll give you that. I think they're both good, but I think there's a clear winner there.
yeah. But it was fun watching his stuff. Um just how like every time he get basically was getting killed, it just reverted back. And God, Keats zombie Keats a guy. Ah, crap.
Hitsugaya.
Help
Hitsugaya.
Keats a guy. Yeah, that was fun. I enjoyed that. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome.
Um. So
I mean, obviously, you know me, I'm gonna like it. I just like seeing it on the big screen. I think they've been doing very well. Although there was one part I was like, "Hey, what liars? I just got done talking about this." But we'll get into that. So starting in the same order, of course, Ice, what were some of your favorite parts of this episode?
Uh, so first off is like it's like Captain Hitsugai is my favorite character in Bleach, and seeing basically him fight without restraints, without wearing about weapons to his body was kind of sick, especially when he used his knee as a spike. I
That
thought
was
that was
dope.
kind of sick.
That was dope. I actually
Um,
I actually wanted to rewind that 'cause like I think that was a knife on his knee. I was like, that looks good. But
yeah, no, it like his fighting style was just savage, right? And I thought that was kind of sick. I did like. I honestly laughed at Kuroichi. Is that the scientist guy? Right? That's his name.
Kurotsuchi.
Oh, Kurotsuchi. There you go, Kurotsuchi. I love how he did the whole Doctor Strange deal. Like, hits a guy. I come to bargain.
Bargain. Nope, nope. That is definitely the thumbnail, and it's. I mean, so and really, so because this came out before Doctor Strange, obviously who had it first. But as far as the anime goes, I think it's a perfect comparison. It definitely
Yeah,
was that. So,
yeah. So I think my theory is correct. I'm still not 100% sure because there were a lot of words spoken, a lot of words read, and I didn't follow all of them. And the words of Ed and Goodburger, uh huh, uh huh. I know some of these words. That's kind of how I felt in some instances when he was explaining stuff. So I'm assuming Captain Hitsugaya isn't dead fully, unlike the other captains. But I don't think the other captains and lieutenant are dead either per se, because she does say they have to. She zombifies them before they die, right? That way they're more limber and they're not as stiff.
yeah, so long as she gets to them before they pass away, before they
Yeah.
actually die, she can preserve the body. They'll be faster, stronger, and retain a lot of their original stuff.
Okay, so there's still hope for my guys. But all in all, though, it was cool. I mean, I thought the the Cupid guy was kind of hilarious, and I just love
Pepe.
how he got obliterated. I just love how he got obliterated. It was very satisfying. But yeah, no, I mean, it was good. I mean, there wasn't a lot of action, but there was enough to satisfy me. But now I'm just more excited going forward because Homeboy like literally figured out her whole zombie thing in like pretty quickly. So I kind of want to see like what other things he has up his sleeve to
That's that's definitely a running joke online with just the fact of he's the linchpin. It was an argument made back in the day. It's definitely an argument now, along with some questions that have now come up now that people that watch the anime only are getting to these parts. Like we've already talked this. This is people are just sending them to old threads like just this. We've already talked about this. But ultimately it's
we know
about
you're new,
how
guys.
yeah, ultimately,
We
but
know
it's
you're
like
new.
this, like you just have to accept it. The only thing I don't like when it comes to not necessarily theory crafting, but people having the questions now as we did about 10 plus years ago is the fact that everybody's still a bunch of children. They're just like, well, someone's obviously not paying attention. I was like, it is kind of hard to pay attention if you're hitting this for the first time. We had the ability to go and reread the chapter a couple of times, but people that are watching it right there out the gate, they might even watch it 2 times, 3 times, and it's still a little confusing.
Hmm.
And yeah, so I'm
Honestly,
trying to be understanding with that. It's like just answer the
well,
question.
no, honestly, I think in that regard, it would be easier to follow if it were in dub because
Mm,
you're not really too
mm,
focused on
yeah,
having to read everything, and because it's just a lot of information to take in. So I figured if it was in dubbed where you just listen to them, hear hear the explanation would be a lot easier than having to read it.
That
Because
I
because
mean, sorry. Go ahead and finish your train of thought. Sorry, my bad.
no, I'll just think like that because that sometimes I get a little lost. So like I have to rewind the scene or something. And fortunately for me, I got like a background and knowing like most of what these characters are capable of. So I'm able to like go based off of that. But if you're new and like you don't know who these people are, this is your first introduction, there's gonna be some things that could be confusing.
mm,
And
So, yeah.
that's one of the reasons why like despite some dubs being like objectively bad, I do prefer them because at the end of the day, um when I'm watching things, when I'm being able to just kind of pay attention to what's going on and just listen without having to read, I pick up on more stuff.
mm.
I mean, so generally I'll watch something start subbed and then when the dub comes out, I'll watch it dubbed, and that's generally what I go with. Um Simply because like it's easier for me to pay attention and hear things that might get lost while you're kind of switching back and forth between reading and watching, reading and watching, reading and watching.
That's fair. Well, I mean, since we're transitioning, so what did you like about it, man? Or there anything you didn't like?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I mean, I really like like I said at the beginning, I really like the Kurotsuchi versus Kitsugaya fight. Um, and I'm ready. I guess I'm ready for the climax of this core
Hmm,
simply because like I got to see if my prediction is correct. Um and the climax it will be a good one based off what I've read.
that's
Unless
fair.
they unless they change things up or decide to just dump a lot of like fight expansion at the end of this at the end of this season.
That's fair, man. I think it was
Mhm.
a pretty good episode, and you've told me where you think it's going to end. I am in line with you on that. It's like that would definitely be a great place for it to
That'd be
end.
a great place for it to end.
It would. It would. You really want to wet the whistle. It's right there. Um, but be that as it may, for me, of course, I love the episode. I love Kurotsuchi. This is definitely one of those scenes that was, well, scenes, chapters, the few chapters that was talked about a lot, especially with the whole, wait, so is he actually dying? Because he said it affects the hippocampus. But does that mean that he's actually dying? He's reviving himself? What's going on here? You know?
E-
And go ahead.
Even as a manga reader, I never fully understood
Oh, it's
what
okay.
was going on there.
Let me grace you with the knowledge of the OGs, okay? What you have to do when it comes to Kurotsuchi is turn your brain off. Just accept it. Yeah, sure.
Uh,
Time
okay.
traveling brain fluids. When it got to this, there was actually a debate back in the day about what is actually going on, and it was a general consensus of just accept it. It's Kurotsuchi. So most
Think-
likely he's not actually killing
uh,
him as Kurotsuchi kind of pointed out when he got to Kinsei and Love, the other two captains, he points out that he put a antigen in the blood of the Arankars
mhm.
and that it got onto them and that put him into that loop. He did something similar to Sazael back when he fought that Espada. So it's not unheard of that that's most likely what was going on in his guys. Like he's not even fighting, which just points out why how bamp he really is. Go ahead, Isaac. You were trying to say something.
No, I would say so. You know that meme, or like not really much of a meme. Well, I guess it's a meme, but it's always like a debate. Like it's Batman versus somebody who would win, and the one argument you get for Batman fans is, well, how much like does he have time to prepare? That's his whole thing, right? Like time to prepare. I feel like he is the Batman of the Bleach world, where
You're not wrong.
he just needs a day to prepare, and it's over. Like if he like he just like he's always prepared,
Yeah, he is
and
definitely the Batman of this series in the sense of, maybe there is a day I'll lose my left eye. Better be prepared for that. Maybe there
Eh,
is a day that
yeah.
someone's going to take over my body and sprout out of my chest like the Alien movies. Yeah, I'll be prepared for that. He's just always ready for that. And not even for him, but also his subordinate, He's
And what's
always
what
just like, I got it.
Yeah,
Good.
it kind of makes sense because I don't know if Brent knows this, and Juice, correct me if I'm wrong here. Though he is a captain, he didn't start off as a good guy. He was a bad guy. He was like Orochimaru, performing tests on like innocent people and whatnot. And they captured him, but they're like, "Yeah, you're way too smart to just rot in jail. So you're just gonna be our lead research group. Like you can be a captain of the research group just because you're just so knowledgeable."
So
I don't
that
remember
So
that. What was that?
no
Was
no no
that
no.
like
That's not how it happened, but it's
how
similar.
would happen? Similar. Okay,
He's
so it's
so
been years. Like,
so his gather round, Chitlin, because I'm here with a story. So what had happened was in turning back the pendulum, or the pendulum swings back, or whatever. The they show Udahara and his going into captain status and really getting
mhm,
established, and
right.
he was all about the science and stuff like that, and he takes his lieutenant at the time. I can't believe I'm forgetting that little girl's name. She's leading the Vizards or the Vizareds right now, Vizards right now. But they go down into the prison, like you're saying, and they don't go to the lowest portion. definitely now Aizen territory, and also where
Yeah.
Urahara or not Unohana and Kenpachi duked it out. But he's definitely on one of the lower planes of it, and he's just there. And Urahara's like, "Hey, I'd like for you to be a part of our team," and pretty much just takes him in as an assistant to his laboratory stuff. He is quite knowledgeable, and when Urahara has to leave, he takes over because obviously he's the best suited for the science squad, you know?
Hmm.
And it's just the fact that, yeah, so you are right. He got pardoned, but I don't know if he got pardoned. I don't think it ever touches onto that, but he definitely gets some form of forgiven and becomes a captain because he is that strong. And
Yeah.
and yeah, but yes,
And
it is hinted that he did some
so
pretty heinous experiments.
yeah. So
Yeah.
so the fans that know way more than me, I'm sorry, but I
No, it's
was
fine.
I was on the same path, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
I was along those lines, and the reason why I want to bring that up is because he like, because she even said like I'm not a sadist like you are. Like this dude is so sadistic. Like he thinks of the impossible just because his mind is just wired differently.
Mm.
So it makes sense how he's always prepared for any little thing. Like I'm sure he has something in case he needs hot sauce. Like he prepared for that, you know? Like there's always something.
So some of the Goldens back in the day, which are small little shorts they'd have at the end of the episode and everything, and the ending and stuff. I believe some of them do have him just ready in any stupid situation, and I love it. But yeah,
Oh
I,
yeah.
like I said, I like the I liked it. Something I mentioned, I believe, in the last recording was the fact they don't use recycled scenes when it comes to the sword fights, and they totally used recycled scenes in Hitsugaya versus Kurotsuchi. And I was like, "How
Oh
dare you make me into a liar a week later?"
well, well, they changed it up a bit because you know they showed different ways of different visuals of how it's happening. But I do
Yeah,
love how he had an aimbot for his sword.
that is hilarious. Like the hacks, bro.
That's probably the excuse right there.
Let me
Yeah,
tell you. Let me
like
tell you.
He's
I'm
just
not
like,
gonna jump on them. It's been looking really well done. It is fantastic. I like it. I'm looking forward to the end of this core. And so, guys, let's just wrap it up with some final thoughts. Brent, we'll go with you first. Final thoughts. What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to next week, to be
Ooh, there we
honest.
go.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. And Ice.
well, considering the king made it to uh uh what's it called? Just help me out here.
It's Disneyland.
Disneyland. Yep, that's the one.
Squad Zero.
Yeah,
They
they
made it.
made it to see like Squad Zero's turf. I kind of want to see how that happens because I have yet to see the Soul King, and now I want to see what he looks like. And because they mentioned him in like older seasons, like this isn't the first time he was mentioned. So low key, I just want to be like, what do you look like? Like what makes you so special?
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, he's a stone cold looker.
He's a handsome fella.
Let me tell you. So, I'm looking forward to it. As always, thanks for being here, everyone. Thanks for 500 views last week. Like I said, 750, and Brent has to get back on in that bikini, and it's kind of
You don't want to miss that. It's a
you
nice
don't want to
bikini.
miss that. Okay? No, but thank y'all so much. Obviously, we're doing Let's Chat. And of course, we've got Brent here from Work in Progress. You can find them on YouTube at Work in Progress SLO. And of course, they are also on Instagram. They do amazing videos. They do an After Dark special on the weekends where he and Casey talk about a lot of things. I try to be there when I can. And of course, he does some amazing videos, cut videos. I really do like how you do your videos, man.
Oh,
And
thank you.
I really do. And so look forward to that. Obviously, look forward to more from us, like the Nintendo Power Hour from Isaac, and you'll see more of me. I promise. We just have to get through this together. Till next time, everyone, stay happy, stay healthy, stay beautiful.